Hey girlies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jennifer and this is a Ready to Wear affair where I discuss all things fashion, mostly luxury and designer fashion, because that's where my true passion lies. But of course, the coins are not all about luxury, right? I also indulge in contemporary, fast fashion, high street, affordable fashion, you name it. So if that sounds like your vibe, please subscribe. And please go ahead and hit the like button because I have a really good video in store for you girlies. Let's get into it. It's been a while. It's been a very long time since I've posted a video on my channel. I just needed a break. A couple of things were happening. There's like a lot of stuff just like in my social, personal life, like so many events. And then every time I would come home late after an event, I would just be exhausted from work, exhausted from like having like jam-packed weekends full of different plans. And I would just be so exhausted to just film and like wake up really early, because you gotta wake up early to get that nice natural sunlight where I'm not using any lighting. You gotta wake up early for that, and I just could not muster up the strength to do so for these past few weeks, dare I say months. So please forgive my absence. I'm still here. So this video is going to be just a recent roundup of the few items that I've purchased in the last few weeks and months. Most of it is very winter focused, given that we are in a winter season. And so these are gonna be like winter looks that serve, winter looks that, give, and oftentimes I think people think you dress better in the summer. The true fashionistas know it's the winter. The winter and the fall is where the true fashion comes to life. So this first look here is very much that. For the most part, this is a winter festive dress. I absolutely love this dress. It is sexy. It is just super feminine. It's very Rick Owens, and that's because it is. It's giving very Rick Owens, and it is indeed a Rick Owens dress. I absolutely love this dress. I got this recently, new in, maybe like the last few weeks, from Ukes.com. Y'all know I love Ukes. I shop the app online all the time, and I got this on a mega sale. As we all know, it is like holiday season shopping. There are a lot of deep discounts, end of the year clearance sales. So I definitely take advantage of that every year, and this year was no different. And Ukes had some really great pieces, I think for up to 80% off. So I got this probably around that. I think it was like 78% off from the original price, a steal. And I love it. It's so cozy and comfortable and warm. I love how soft the fabric is. It's definitely a weather proof dress. It's wool blend. I think it's alpaca wool and then like sheep wool and I think elastin or some sort of stretchy fabric is the composition, but it's mostly animal wool. So I love that. It's very warm because of that. And and so it also has this really cool, I stained it with makeup, but like this front part, I'll put a picture up of the dress. The front part kind of flaps out, and I just hate that. I think it just looks weird, but it is actually very Rick Owens, and because it's a Rick Owens dress, I'm not surprised that he has incorporated that like random piece into this dress, but I just tucked it in, and to me, it just looks better that way. This is in a size small, and it's very stretchy, and I think get your normal size, because you don't want it to be super, super tight. You want it to just sit right. So go with your normal size. Of course, I've linked everything. This dress is on sale in so many places. Essence has it on sale, Ukes has it on sale. A lot of Rick Owens pieces are on sale, and it's making me worried. Saks Off Fifth. I've been able to snag a lot of highly, deeply discounted Rick Owens pieces lately, so I hope that, I'm happy about that, of course. Your girlie loves a good discount, but we try not to shop retail here if we can help it. But it does, I don't know, I feel like it's a sign. It's not usually a good sign when you see a lot of pieces from a certain brand get completely slashed, like across the board in different websites, different retailers. So just looking out there. But I feel like because of that, it's made me actually invest and buy into the brand. I've always been aware, I've always known of Rick Owens. To me, it's always given goth vibes, rocker vibes, like not really my vibe, but like lately I feel like he's been making clothes for all kinds of girlies, the girlies who are more like feminine, more femme, like instead of like the goth dark kind of vibe. And I love that for him, I love that for us, I love that for me. So love this dress, and I'm looking forward to collecting more Rick Owens pieces in my closet. And then this has a beautiful fishtail train. Just walk this way so you can see the effect to the best of your ability. And of course you see now that there is an open back, which just makes this dress super sexy. And then you can see the full detail here this way. But yeah, that's the dress. Love it. You can wear this to a holiday party, not a work one. If you work for a corporate office, it's probably not appropriate for that setting. But you can wear this to a fancy date with bae. You can wear this to a gala. I would also wear this to the opera, to the ballet, to a beautiful kind of show, an orchestra show. Because it's dress dragged on the floor, you definitely want to make sure you're somewhere that's indoor for the most part. You know, you get there, you hop in your Uber or your cab, you like pick up the dress by the train, and then you let it drop once you get inside the venue, preferably a carpeted floor. But yeah, that's the look. That's the dress at least. Bag is my Ferragamo geometric bag in the medium size, and then my shoes are the Saint Laurent. These are called the Lulus, I think. Are they? No, they're not called Lulus. I forget what they're called. Oh, I think they're called the jean pumps, slingback pumps. And I love how they kind of have a peekaboo moment at the hem of the dress. So yeah, that's the look. Let me know your thoughts. Okay, girlies, so for this next look, we are going full on Chanel. Put me in Chanel. Put me in Chanel. I say, la, put me in Chanel. I don't know what she's saying in that song, but that's what it sounds like to me. Full on Chanel. Well, not quite, so let's break it down. So it's more Chanel accessories. I am happy to let you all know that my newest in Chanel item are these beauties. But I'll get to the good part. So let's break down the outfit. The dress is by Wardrobe NYC. I got this at Saks earlier this year. I would say sometime in the late spring. I was in store on the Fifth Avenue location, just looking around, and they had a pretty good sale. And I saw this like one-off, like random, like it was like the only Wardrobe NYC item in the clearance rack. And I asked the sales associate to look up the tag because there was no price tag on it. I couldn't figure out what the price was. And it was literally like 80% off. So I was like, oh my gosh, it's mine. And it's in a size medium, which I'm happy about because I like more of an oversized fit. It's really structured. It's meant to be like a mini, somewhat hourglass shape. Not super hourglass, but a little bit. So it's a little bit like more sculpted here towards the waist and the abdomen area. And then it has like 6 buttons going down here. It's made of wool, and it's this beautiful cream ivory off-white color. And this is going to be a perfect look for a work party. And then that's the dress. I also just love the lapels. The actual bodice of the dress is made in wool, like I mentioned, and then the lapel is in like some polyblend satin. And it's actually padded here, which I love, so it's pretty warm. So let's break down the accessories. So all the accessories here, so the brooches, the bag, and the shoes are Chanel. And if you are new to my channel, everything looks new to you, but this look has a few new in and old pieces. This dress I've worn on my channel in a prior video. I'll link it here. It was like a styling video I took. It was like a styling video I had sometime in the summer after I bought the dress. I'll pop it up here. The brooches are all old, they're pre-loved. I got them about like 10 years ago, and I got them during a time where like stacking and layering and like adding multiple brooches to your outfit like was trending, and I went a little ham. I got myself some brooches from The Real, so they're all pre-loved, and I wanted to just give this look some more bling and some more edge, so that like two would be on one side and one would be on the other. But I kind of like having them on one side. Plus, I knew I was planning on wearing the bag crossbody, and I didn't want the bag strap to interfere with the brooches, and I didn't want the brooches to somehow damage the strap. So I quite like how it turned out, regardless, having them on the left side. The bag is old as well. I got this from Fashion File years ago. I first wore it to Paris, so that was nice and fun. But this is the trendy CC in the small size. I have my eye on the mini, and they no longer make this bag. It's discontinued. It's not very popular. It had its heyday, but it never quite made it to quota. So they no longer make this bag, but I'm definitely gonna check the resale market to see if they have any minis at a decent price and in great condition. And then the new in, last but not least, are these booties. And I love these shoes. These shoes were all over the runway. He had some really fun accessories, and these stood out to me. They came out in September, I believe, and they were a scarcity, very hard to find, sold out everywhere. Everyone wanted a pair, everyone wanted their hands on them, and I had no luck. I reached out to different essays, I called different Chanel stores, or I called the main Chanel number, and they tried looking up in different stores across, honestly, the world, and just, it sold out everywhere. So I finally decided to turn to personal shopping. I saw somewhere Chi, Smalls, who I follow, love her style. And someone's comment section for this video that I was watching, I saw, it was like a fashion video, I saw she left a comment about Chanel boots, because she said that she had gotten these boots, and I asked her where she got it from, and she said from a personal shopper. And I was like, okay, well, let me start Googling. So I Googled reputable personal shoppers, and I found one. It's called PH Luxury. They're based in Australia, and they were featured in Vogue. You know, they're well known, and they have a very global reach. So I reached out through Instagram. This was all in Instagram DMs, and maybe like a month after my first outreach, I think, was it a month? Yeah, it was like a month after my first outreach, because I reached out in late September. And then late October, they told me that they found, late October or early November, actually early November, they told me they found a shoe my size, the shoes. They told me they found a pair in my size. I told them my size is from 41 to 42, so 41, 41 and a half, and 42. I heard from one of the Chanel sales associates, so the sales associate I spoke to when I went to Saks in person told me it ran small. So I'm glad that he let me know that. And so that's what made me tell the personal shopper that I DM'd that I wanted, 41 and a half and 42 as well. And she was able to find me at 41 and a half. Now, no returns with these things. I asked her, she was like, no returns. So like, it's kind of like hit or miss, And so I was like, oh, I did some research, I watched videos. There weren't that many videos on the shoes. There's like one or two that I found on TikTok that actually talked about the fit of the shoe. A bunch of styling videos, but no one was talking about the fit. I saw one viral video that had like 1 million or so views, where a girl was trying it on in the store and it wouldn't go beyond her it stopped just at her calves. So her calves couldn't fit into the boot. And that made me worry, because my calves are definitely on the bigger side, I would say, for me, at least when I try and put on jeans and whatnot. Like usually my calves are like the area that's like most difficult to get through or fit them into. So I was definitely very concerned. But I also remember I have the Fendi boots, the thigh-high boots. Those I wore a few times on my channel. And I remember when I went to get them at Woodbury Commons, the Fendi outlet at Woodbury Commons, the associate was like, kind of like, good luck, right, getting them to fit. And I was just like, wait, what do you mean? She's like, well, they're here. The reason why these boots are still here, they're pretty old. I was like, yeah, I couldn't believe I was able to score these boots in my size. And she had even said, she was like, what size are you looking for? It's because a lot of people have issues with the fit. It's like very narrow, and it's hard for people to get their legs into them. And I was like, oh no, whatever. And I tried them on, and I had no issue. So I was like, okay, let's risk it. Typically your calves haven't been an issue when it comes to getting into some designer shoes, so let's risk it. She got back to me, she had a 41 and a half. I'm so glad I went with the 41 and a half because they just fit. Like the 41s would not fit. I would actually prefer a 42. I think the 42 would fit better. I would have a little more room, but this is a somewhat stretchy shoe. I honestly think that that's why I'm able to fit them at all. They do have a very minuscule amount of stretch, not enough for a lot of people because the feedback I just shared. But yeah, so they shipped them to me from Australia. I think they shipped them to Utah, I think, and then it got its way over to me through FedEx. So I'm so excited. I love them. If you want like a nice amount of room and it's not gonna be a super snug fit, go a whole size up. And I love them. Like I said, all leather. There's a back zip. The back zip has a cute little Chanel logo on the zipper tab in gold, like gold tone. And yeah, the leather sole. I love the cap toe. It's very Chanel-y. It's a very Chanel thing to do, the cap toe design and aesthetic. And I love the round toe. It's a round toe with a slight almond shape to it. And that's perfect for added comfort towards the toe bed. And they're not super high. I would say maybe they're about 2.5 inches. Yeah, a little more than just under 3 inches. So not high at all. You can walk around all day in these. It's a leather sole, black. Yeah. Yeah, that's all I can pretty much say about the shoes. I absolutely love them. I love how I styled it here with this look. It's a very like Chanel coated look. I feel like I can be an ambassador for a brand. In fact, this dress to me looks like it could have been a Chanel dress. Like I feel like I'm wearing like Chanel ready to wear like right off the runway. Like I feel like this is a full-on Chanel look. The dress is giving so like it's very Chanel coated. This is great for an office party if you style it with an appropriate blouse, of course. This is great for church. Similarly, most things that are great for church are great for work. This is great for a fashion event. This is great for a date. This is great for most places, honestly, that just aren't sporting events. This is great for girls' night out. This is great for an event. You can even wear this to a wedding. This is great for black tie. Not with these boots, but obviously like pumps. I think a good classic pump would go really well with this dress. You can wear this to the opera. So I think this is casual chic, super comfortable. You can wear it anywhere, I guess, like I said, that's like not a sporting event. You can be formal with it and you can also make it more casual and dress it down. So I love the versatility of this look. Let me know your thoughts. Okay, girlies, so this next look is another casual but sexy look. Let's get right into the details. The dress is from the Gap. This is actually part of Gap's studio collection. It was the fall collection. So I think every spring, fall, summer, and winter, Zach Posen, who's the current creative director of the Gap, drops kind of new pieces under the Gap Studio line. And Gap Studio is kind of like the elevated side of the Gap. Like all these brands, so many brands have like a more luxurious, more elevated, more expensive collection, and usually means better materials, more fine tailoring, and just more of a design element to it. And those things tend to cost a little more, so they are at a usual higher price point. This dress was no different. This dress was like, I think $300, so definitely not cheap. It's corsetry, a lot of corsetry work, and just like darting, like the way he stitches his threads. It's very, very distinct, very, very obvious. He uses very bold stitching to carve out shapes and sculpt the female body. I feel like when you think of Zach Posen, he's very sculptural. His frocks and creations, especially gowns, black tie events, galas, he is the queen of the red carpet when it comes to styling. Beautiful gowns, beautiful dresses. And I love how you see this element in this dress in particular. I really like this fall collection, probably above a lot of the other collections. Like half the pieces I loved, and a lot of them sold out very quickly. I also got a skirt that I might be showing in this video, so stay tuned. It might be part of my next look. I haven't made up my mind up yet, clearly. Yeah, and so that's the dress, details on the dress, and I love the silhouette. It's very feminine. It's very like snatched at the waist area, and then it kind of hugs your curves at the hips. It's really snug at the hips, snug actually throughout the hips until you get to the knees, and then slightly flares out, a slight little bell shape design here. So I love that. I left the last two buttons open to give me some allowance. And it's pretty stretchy. It's a very thick, structured, well-made, high-quality denim cotton. I love the dark color, and I love that the thread stitching he used is like a brownish color, brownish tan color. So it really gives it more of a casual look. And you really see like the stitching stand out. Like you can really see Zac Posen's signature stitching stand out with the bright thread color. So I love that. That's obviously very intentional. Love that about Zac Posen. Follow him on Instagram. Follow him on Instagram, and then you'll see when the next drops. Again, they're seasonal, so I think it's about 4 a year for each season. Check out their Instagram to get a notification on the dates for each drop. So yeah, love this dress. You can wear this on a date. You can wear this to the museum. You can wear this, you know, brunch. Oh, big brunch dress. You can wear this to, not to work, maybe church. It depends. Sometimes people have some lax churches. You can probably wear it because it's like a nice dress. It's not a boring, super casual denim dress. It's really nice, really structured. I love that the sleeves are exaggerated and my hair's kind of blocking it, but the shoulders are also kind of structured too, and the sleeves are kind of rounded to give it a really cool, kind of like, I don't know what to call this shape, somewhat of a bulbous shape, as Cassie would say, everything's bulbous, but kind of a rounded shape. I don't know if it's coming across how I'm describing it, but that's intentional again. So I love that the cut of the dress is shaped to give the shoulder area kind of this like billowy, rounded, scrunched, ruche, full look. And then the bottom half from like the chest down is very fitted until you get to like the hemline where it's a little fluted. So yeah, that's the look. I'm wearing this in a size 6. This runs small. This specific fall collection runs very small. And the 6, it's fitting snug, and I have gained some weight, so there's that. But just FYI, it runs small. My sister got some pieces too, and it runs small for her too, so just FYI. Yeah, and then shoes are the Christian Louboutin and Mason Martin Margiela collaboration, size 41. And that's US women's size 10. So this runs true to size. My bag is the Fendace Baguette, so that's the Fendi and Versace collaboration, but it's in a baguette style with like Versace safety pins. So I love this bag so much. I get so many compliments. One of my most favorite bags of all time. That's the look. Let me know your thoughts. Okay, so for this next look here, it's also somewhat, I mean, it's not casual. It's definitely more of a elevated look. So the blazer here is Magda Butrym. It is an oldie but a goodie. I've had it for a handful of years, and I love it. It's wool. It has a cinching here in the waist. By this, you pull this belt here. It's like a back belt. I love that because it's like not in the front, but you have this at the back to adjust to make the snatching snatchier. It's wool. I think it's lined in silk, which is why I love Magda Butrym. She uses really good premium fabrics. I got this actually secondhand. I got this from, I want to say, Vestiaire Collected. So you can shop quality that's been, you know, loved by someone else. So never sleep on the pre-loved market for quality luxury clothing, especially like ready to wear. Skirt is also from the Gap Studio collection, the same one as the denim dress I just wore. This is the skirt, and it also has a very similar piping. It's the exact same kind of thread and piping style, and then the same dark blue denim. And it's a beautiful kind of fluted skirt, so it's super fitted. And I love that it's a very nice fluted skirt with a little train, fishtail. I believe this kind of design of skirt specifically is called fishtail, when you have like the train kind of coming out from the back. And it's just, I love this design. I love what Zac Posen is doing at the Gap. And y'all know I'm a sucker for a maxi skirt with a train. I love the drama, I love it for a fact. That is just very much me, and I want to collect them all. I want to catch them all. I want to have a denim maxi fishtail skirt and more colors. So you might watch me get some more in the coming weeks. So like I mentioned earlier with the dress, the Zac Posen dress from the Gap, it's very small. It's running very small. So I actually ordered this in a 6, and it is, whew, I could barely breathe in this skirt. So yeah, the blazer is in a size small, either small or US 4. I can't remember what the sizing is, small or US 4. The shoes are, these are old Dior shoes. They're called, I forget the name of these shoes. If I find the name, I'll put it up. But these are kind of the flat version of the heeled ones that I've been obsessing over. I'm still looking for them, so if I see them, I'm gonna buy them. Rihanna had like 3 pairs of them, and so everything Rihanna has, I had to have, of course. If you haven't seen my 5 things that Rihanna and I both have video, you should check it out. It's a cute, short, quick little video that covers all the pieces that I share with Rihanna that her and I both have. So yeah. If you couldn't tell, I'm a huge Rihanna stan. Bag is Olympia Le 10. It's a book clutch. I love this very much. It's the Pride and Prejudice inspired book bag. So yeah, that's the look. Oh, the shoes are in a 41.5, I think. I could only get them in a half size, a little bigger, and they fit fine. They wrap around the ankle, and you can adjust it different holes. They're just beautiful. They're slingbacks. They're super comfortable. Love the heel height. They're about like 1.5 inches, I would say. And I love the pointed toe. I love the bow detail. They're just such a really cool, fun shoe that's super comfortable and chic. And I got this from Tradesy. Tradesy used to be its own resale market before Vestiaire Collective acquired it. So just throwback there for those who used to shop at Tradesy. But yeah, that's the look. Let me know your thoughts. Oh, I would wear this to date. I would wear this to dinner with the girls night out. I would wear this to coffee date, not to work. I would wear this to church. I would definitely wear this to church, probably wear something underneath. Not to work, because the denim skirt is pretty long and it's a lot for work. Like wearing a maxi skirt like this for work is just a lot. But you could swap it for some dress pants and you'd be good to go. I would wear this to a museum. I would wear this to art gallery, kind of like cocktail reception, like just really cool artsy events that aren't necessarily black tie, but require you to be slightly more elevated in your dressing. Oh, also I forgot to mention, the earrings are Bottega Veneta dupes from Amazon. And so actually everything on my ear stack is from Amazon. All the silver, the big silver bold jewelry, Amazon, super affordable. These are Bottega dupes, of course, but I love them, they're so cool. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on the look.